The type approval of non-road mobile machinery is required by most countries. The USA is regulated by the EPA and also the California Air Resources Board, and test methods and equipment is described in the CFR 1065. Other countries tend to structure their regulations around the UN ECE test and measurement methods, such as the Regulation 96 and GTR 11. In-service monitoring requirements vary from country to country and also from NRMM category to category, but is currently a requirement for the EU, USA and China, and India will be required from 2026. The test requirements and test parameters for each country depends on each country's specific conditions and legislation, as do the calculations. For the EU Stage 5 regulations, many categories have been defined. These go from the smallest handheld equipment at less than 50cc all the way up to engines above 560 kilowatts for generator sets, inland water vessels and locomotives. Of these, currently only vehicles using the engines rated between 56 to 130 kilowatts and from 130 to 560 kilowatts are required to be monitored in service, such as forklifts and excavators. The EU has already drafted the methods to perform in-service monitoring of engines below 56 kilowatts and above 560 kilowatts. There has been a delay in the legislation being published, but it is expected to become an EU directive by the end of 2020. It is expected that in-service monitoring will not be required for handheld devices with engines less than 50cc, such as chainsaws and strimmers. For these, as an alternative, an engine test method will be applied to confirm their emissions over their expected lifetime. There is a wide variation in the timing and scope for the in-service monitoring of non-road mobile machinery, but it is expected that more countries will introduce legislation during the next decade. Currently, only gaseous measurements are required for the EU, but it is expected that PN will be applied in further revisions in the same way that PN has been applied to light-duty and heavy-duty real-world emissions. For the EU, the calculation and reporting of the emissions is based on the Moving Average Window, or MAW method, that is used for the heavy-duty on-road testing and also for the validation of the road trip for light-duty vehicles. However, the use of NRMMs is very different to the other types of vehicle, and so the calculation has been modified to use data only from working events, principally to exclude measurements made during lengthy engine idle and for a certain time after the engine load is increased after those long periods of engine idle. As previously mentioned, future EU legislation is expected to require in-service monitoring for a wide variety of applications for engines with a wide range of power outputs. Such a wide range of applications and engine sizes means that a PEMS must be able to cope with a wide range of locations and positions for mounting, as well as a wide range of operating conditions, both in terms of the work activity and the working environment. With the world leader in emissions measurement by your side, you can be sure to be kept up to speed in respect to the evolving real driving emissions for all non-road mobile machinery types. To cope with these wide ranges of application and working conditions, HORIBA has developed a rugged enclosure module in which the OBS-ONE PEMS can be mounted. The enclosure can then be located on or close to the NRMM to suit its operation and conditions. The enclosure is designed to minimize the effects of vibration and shock in the three vectors, and the springs can be changed for new applications or differing operating conditions. The enclosure also protects the OBS-ONE from rain and dust, and temperature-sensitive fans provide a more stable internal operating temperature, all contributing to providing a safe environment for your sensitive PEMS measuring equipment. Finally, the rugged enclosure also includes a Wi-Fi module, which allows the OBS-ONE to be operated and monitored remotely, thus relieving the NRMM driver or operator of the potential distraction and allowing them to concentrate on the work task. The system can be powered by battery or by generator set, depending on the application and on the amount of time necessary to acquire a valid test. If you would like to learn more about how current or future regulations may affect your non-road mobile machinery engine or vehicle designs, or if you'd like to discuss how HORIBA may be able to support you through your R&D or testing, please get in contact.